Alright, today we have the Boruit high power headlamp. The box shows I'm thinking this box is versatile with many of their products, but this shows the big center headlamp. If you turn it to the side, it shows these different colored caps. None of that comes in this package here. This is the dual light package with the two. There we go. When the battery's installed, you can see the power button on the headlamp blinks, glows. Here's the power pack. It has the two 18650 batteries inside. They're a little large. They're larger than a AA, but they hold a lot more power, and they'll last longer. So now, getting into the details on this, comes with this is the red strobe, red alert light, which this will clip onto whether your seat post, your handlebars, anywhere on the bike, and it has different adjustments for tightness. The modes on this is solid red, the strobe, and then the slower strobe. Those are the three modes on this one right here, and these have button cell batteries inside it. This is your handlebar clamp for your bike, for the head unit, the light to clip onto this to use it on your bike also. There's your tensioner, foam pad or rubber pad in the center for grip. Here's where it slides on, clips on. We'll show that in a second. Here's your charge cable, because you can charge it with the batteries inside here. This port flips open, plugs in there. You can recharge those batteries, so rechargeable. Here's the soft case that has the Velcro. You can attach it to the bike. When you disconnect the head unit and the battery pack off, the battery pack can go in here. This fastens onto the bike somewhere whenever you're going to use this on your bike. Your modes on your light is the left solid, right solid, both of them on the same time is the third mode. Fourth mode is a strobe, and then fifth is an alternating back and forth. So 5 modes on this: left, right, both, strobe, alternating strobe. Those are different modes. This is like feels like a kind of an aluminum alloy back here. Mounted onto the head unit, it's adjustable down to 90 degrees whenever you have it on. The inside bands are 1-inch elastic, real comfortable. There's padding in here on the back of the headlamp unit, where this will be against the back of your head, and then this is the front of the unit. This will be on the front of your head here, and I'll demonstrate with it on, showing you how to fit and the angle. But this would be mounted on your head just like this, facing directly forward, and it will adjust 90 degrees down. You can change that tension with a simple Phillips screwdriver, tighten it up just a hair if you need to, but it came out of the package already decently tight, so that's good. We'll get into the different options on this, get it hooked up to the bike, show you, and we'll get some tests out in the dark also, and show just how well the beam works. I'll show you also real quick. There's the battery pack that I showed you before. Here's the cover case. It snaps in on both sides. To take it off, you're just going to pull this clip up. Battery pack slides right off. You have your little retention clips on the sides holding onto the cable. Cable simply pop out of those. Once you pop them out of both of these, then you can just disconnect the headlamp. I'll show you how to do that. Headlamp is mounted on by a little push button right underneath the bottom here. Once you push it, it slides right off. And like I said, undo your cables, pop them out of those clips, and you're good to go. Snaps right back in, and there's your release button. Okay, now here's the pouch for your battery pack. Here's the Velcro adjustable strap, so you can hook it anywhere on any post, beam, or whatever on the bike. Fasten it anywhere. You got your cord, and then here's your light system. They show it mounted in like an upside down, with the lights on the bottom and this on top, mounted on the front bars like that, but you could probably mount it about any way you want to. Here's your tensioner. This will loosen up. Once it comes undone, you can take this apart, put it on whatever bar you want to, and put it back in, tighten it up, and crank it down. That's the rubber insert, help it keep a grip so it don't slip as easy. All this is plastic, and then of course you got your metal bolt in there, and it's also a Phillips. And this remember, this detaches the same way as the button right below it, right here. And it releases, clips on. Okay, here's the looks of the headlamp mounted on. I have a hat on. You can see the top, adjustable strap. It adjusts real easy. Everything tightens up, loosens up fine. Same with the side strap. Here's your light, adjustable. Like we already went over, your main power button glows, blinks. Light functions, single, other one, both, strobe, alternating. Okay, gonna go over the different light functions on the main lamp. The first one was the single beam, and I'm seeing the single beam registered about 60 feet to the next house. Go to the second, it just goes to the second light. That's another single beam. Then we'll go to the dual beam, which brightens up quite a bit. And I'll start on here. I could see it register about 80 feet or so to the next house, and it's not quite dark out. The darker it gets, the better it'll be. But you can see it's a kind of a spread pattern. It's not a real tight beam, so it covers more area, but it is a pretty bright light. The next is the slow strobe with both lights, and you see it's the same. I mean, it's the max power brightness, but it's just the strobe. And then the last is the alternating strobe, so that's what you're looking at. Now the alert, the red alert light, is the solid red. The next mode is the fast strobe. Next mode is the slow strobe. Okay, assessments, opinions of the Boruit dual light source headlamp. You got a lot of choices. You got a lot more in this package than most headlamp setup have. The larger batteries, the 18650 batteries, the two, they come with it. Rechargeable, which is nice. Your cord, you got your bike bar clamp hookup to use the lights on your bike. Your alert strobe, for I've seen them used on the back of the bike quite a bit. Then the different modes for this and for the headlamp. The pouch to put the battery pack in. The Velcro strap to hook it anywhere on the bike, so it holds the battery pack while you're using the light setup. The headlamp itself, adjustments, the padding, the quality. Everything's heavy plastic, hard, well built. I haven't really seen too much in weaknesses. The small things that I would nitpick from keeping it perfect are minute compared to what you're getting for the price. You're getting a lot for the price of what this costs. So I can't even sit here and belittle this. There's not any flaw in craftsmanship. There's nothing that's broke on me. There's nothing that's failed on me. There might be a couple, like I said, minute design things that could tweak or change to make it even better or close to perfect, but for the price, this is perfect. For the price, this is pretty awesome for what you're getting. And the headlamp itself on both beams high doesn't quite reach out as far as some of the brightest headlamps I've had, but it's a fatter, wider beam, covers more ground, and it almost does reach out as far as some of the bright ones I've had, but not quite. But my opinions, I like it. I like the way it's made. I think it's pretty nice. This is the 5th headlamp I think I've owned, and this is probably at the top of my list of one of my favorites. Just for the wider beam, covers more ground, and it's a real bright white light, plus the rechargeable batteries. You're not replacing those. You got the power pack to plug it in, charge it up, the option of using it on the bike, the red strobe alert, safety strobe. I like it. I think it's a good buy.